Wisdom, the final frontier to true knowledge. Welcome to Wisdom Trek, where our mission is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. Hello, my friend. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your captain on our journey to increase wisdom and create a living legacy. Thank you for joining us today as we explore wisdom on our second millennium podcast. This is day 1129 of our trek, and it is time for Meditation Monday. Taking time to relax, refocus, and reprioritize our lives is crucial in order to create a living legacy. For you, it may be just a time alone for quiet reflection. You may utilize structured meditation practices. In my life, meditation includes reading and reflecting on God's Word and in prayer. It is a time to renew my mind, refocus on what is most important, and making sure that I'm nurturing my soul, mind, and body. As you come along with me on our trek each Meditation Monday, it is my hope and prayer that you too will experience a time of reflection and renewing of your mind. Emotionally, there is probably no greater pain than a broken heart. Whether it is from a death of a spouse or close loved ones, a failed marriage, or a child that has gone astray as an adult, a broken heart is crushing to us. In today's meditation, let us consider a broken heart. We have all suffered from a broken heart, where the night of our soul seems so dark, and we wonder if it will ever end. Let me take you back to another such night. Go with me for a moment to witness what perhaps is the darkest and foggiest night in history. The scene is very simple, and you'll quickly recognize it. A grove of twisted olive trees, ground cluttered with large rocks, a low stone fence, a dark, dark night. Strain your eyes and attempt to look through the fog. Look closely through the shadowy foliage. See that person? See that solitary figure? What is he doing? You see that he is face down, flat on the ground. As he picks up his face slightly, you see that it is stained with dirt and tears. His fists are pounding on the hard earth. His eyes are wide with the stupor of fear. His long hair is matted with salty sweat. As you strain more, you see that his face is spotted. Is that blood on his forehead? Then you realize that it is Jesus. Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, the night before his crucifixion. Maybe you've seen the classic portrait of Christ in the garden, kneeling beside a big rock with a snow-white robe, hands peacefully folded in prayer, a look of serenity on his face, a halo over his head, and a spotlight from heaven illuminating his golden brown hair. Now, I'm no artist, but I can tell you one thing. The man that is painted in that picture didn't use the Gospel of Mark as a pattern. When Mark wrote about the painful night, he used phrases like, "He became troubled and distressed," and said, "My soul is crushed with grief to the point of death." He went a little farther and fell to the ground. Through the dark fog-shrouded night, we see him laying there. Then his voice pierces the night ear as he cries out, "Abba, Father, everything is possible for you. Please take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet, I want your will to be done, not mine." Does this look like the picture of a saintly Jesus resting in the palm of God? It really doesn't. Mark used black paint to describe the scene. We see an agonizing, straining, and struggling Jesus. We see Jesus described in Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3. He was despised and rejected, a man of sorrows, acquainted with the deepest griefs. We turned our backs on him and looked the other way. He was despised, and we did not care. We see a man struggling with fear, wrestling with commitments, and yearning for relief. We see Jesus in the fog of a broken heart. The writer of Hebrews chapter 5, verse 7 would later pen, "While Jesus was here on earth, he offered prayers and pleadings and loud cries and tears to the one who could rescue him from death. And God heard his prayers because of his deep reverence for God." This is the true portrait of Jesus in pain on that fretful night. Jesus is on the stage of fear. Jesus is cloaked not in sainthood, but in humanity. The next time you are in the midst of a dark and foggy night of existence, you might do well to remember Jesus in the garden. The next time that you think that no one understands, reread the 14th chapter of Mark. The next time your self-pity convinces you that no one cares, pay a visit to Gethsemane. And the next time you wonder if God really perceives the pain that prevails on this dusty planet, listen to him pleading among the twisted trees. The next time you are called to suffer, pay attention. It may be the closest you'll ever get to God. Watch closely. It could be very well that the hand extends itself to lead you out of the fog is a pierced one. And that's a wrap for today's meditation. Next week we will continue on our trek on Meditation Monday as we take time to reflect on what is most important in creating our living legacy. On tomorrow's trek, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you on becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me for this trek that we call life. Encourage your friends and family to join us and to come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 1,128 daily treks or read the Wisdom Journal, they are all available at wisdom-trek.com. I encourage you to subscribe to Wisdom Trek on your favorite podcast player so that each day will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward. Enjoy your journey and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.